feel like God done for real blessed me, for real.
That's
Like, he done took his time on me, like really blessed me, like gave me all the gifts that I can even imagine.
Right.
So I'm like, if I don't do my part, like to the fullest that I can do it, I'm talking about work hard,
Right.
like give it everything I got, I feel like I'm cheating him. I feel like I'm letting him down, like I'm cheating him. If I don't develop all the gifts he done given me into like elite skills and be one of the best, I'm cheating.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to Keith's Hot Takes. And on today's NFL Divisional Round Preview Show, I got my guy Vani here to help me break down all 4 games. Vani, how you doing today, brother?
Doing all right, man. Like I was saying, football season's winding down. It's a sad day when that happens, but that's just when the most intensified football comes out. The divisional round. Just every round just gets more intense and more intense and more intense.
Yes, and we love it. Before we get into the show today, I want to share some exciting news for
25.
Keith's Hot. I want to share some exciting news for Keith's Hot Takes. Our last episode with C. Ruff broke the podcast record for Keith's Hot Takes with 95 views. It broke me and Vonnie's old record from April. We did I think, Bel Air podcast. That's when we did the Bel Air podcast. So we had 63 on that one. And the one me and Ruff had, it got 95 views. So I appreciate everybody who supported. And why not try to make a new record this week? So before we get into talking about the football games, I wanted to do Ramily Only and talk about our Winston State basketball team and how they opened up divisional play with a bang. So let's go ahead and drop the intro for Ramily Only, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about how Winston State opened up divisional play with a bang.
21, can you do something for me? 21.
All right, so welcome back to Ramily Only, and today we're going to talk about how Winston State blew St. Aug out twice. We brought out the brooms. So Vani, first, shout out to our Lady Rams. They have had a lot of blowouts at home this year. I don't know what it is about games, but they just jump on people in games. So the Lady Rams won 86-54. They had 6 players in double figures. This is really good. Led by Amaya Tucker, missed 1K. She led us with 18 points. Amaya is probably one of my favorite point guards that we've had, and I'm gonna be sad when her time is up at Winston State. And then our men's team, shout out to them. They won 76-56, and they overcame a very slow start. It was 7-5. I was like, what is going on? Something's not right with our team today. And then they turned the gas on and really put it on St. Aug. St. Aug kind of made a run in the second half because our men's team they get kind of bored sometimes and they let teams back in the game. But they won 76-56. So, Vonnie, what were your thoughts on how our basketball teams opened up divisional play with a bang?
Man, I just think it's a great bounce back to just how where we on a 2-game slide, 3-game slide.
What the boys
slide.
were. The girls were doing good, but the boys were tripping.
The girls were doing the girls was balling, you feel me? But like you said, the boys was tripping. Like I'm getting my updates from DP because I can't catch the games because I'm at work every time they come on. So I'm getting those updates from him, and it's just like, man, like what do these fellas got going on? Like they started the season off hot, riding hot. You know what I mean? We only lost the 1 game to IUP, the number 2
Indiana,
ranked,
Pennsylvania. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, the number 2 ranked team in all Division 2. So you feel me? Like it's gonna come with the territory. But other than that, like this 3-game slide, man, it was just like, did you guys, what happened? You lost the formula, but basketball is kind of a long season, so it's up and down. Basketball is literally the game of basketball itself. Even the season is a game of runs. So like,
yes, it is.
It's a game. It's a game of wins and losses, man. Nobody's gonna run the table at all. So man, just to see them finally bounce back, and especially a bounce back win going into who we got playing this weekend.
Ooh,
Man,
it's gonna be crazy.
man, definitely needed that win, that statement win, a 20-point win against St. Aug. Like I said, going into, I mean, they got a game tonight. Granted, they're playing Claflin. Claflin is actually hooping this year. I'll say that.
Yes. Woo.
But like I said, we don't want to overlook today. We don't want to overlook today. But Saturday is what we looking forward to, though. Saturday in
Yes.
games is what's we got circled here. We got next Saturday circled up in Livingstone. We got 2 weeks where we back
Trent.
in Bay State. So, hey, Rams on the road. We traveling this year, baby.
Yes. Well, speaking of Claflin, I hope we have extra security tonight because they like to fight. They don't
Yeah,
handle
I
losing
did
well.
see. Yeah, I saw that this year, man. Them boys is ready to being real sore losers. So
I know last year our girls smacked them by, I think it was like by 30, and they were ready to fight after the game.
yes, that was when I was in Detroit. Yes, I was watching that on the CIAA app.
Yeah, well, speaking of that, so normally I don't miss any Winston State basketball games, but this year the CI wants money from people. So they make you pay because normally last year, if you had the yearly subscription really quick, you could watch
Mm-hmm.
any of the games. But this year, no, the CI says no, we're gonna make you pay to watch all these games. So if you want to watch any of the road games, you have to pay $10. You can buy the game and watch it as many times as you want. And I don't
No
know.
more yearly pass.
Well, yeah, but you get it for like a certain school, and it's only for that school. Like you can watch that school all their home games, but you can't get the road games. Yeah, it's really whack. So, luckily, the Virginia State game was on HBCU Go, and that's free. Um,
I got that.
I,
I
w-
downloaded that app.
I wish they've had more games on HBO Go. Um, but yeah, the
Cause that,
Virginia State game was the only one I got to see, and they were just not missing that night. It was like on 2K when
mm-hmm.
you had the sliders rigged up because everything they threw up was
Yeah,
just one of them nights.
yeah. Because
So
I had that app too. It's called like the Grio app. That was the only
yeah, something
game.
like that. Yes.
Yeah, that was the only game I was able to catch watching on a screen or something this season. Because like you said, the CI app. When I was gonna purchase it, I had to ask somebody. I was like, did they fix their connection? Their streaming network and all of that. Somebody was just like, no. So that was really what deterred me from going to buy it. Because I was really about to put down a good old $80 on that, and I was like, this 80 could go somewhere else.
Yes, because I mean, if you're gonna make somebody pay $80, at least make it worth the price. Because I know,
Exactly.
speaking of DP, he had put something on Twitter where the Elizabeth City game it was lagging, and I was like, and then I know Trails was like, y'all make people pay for this when the product isn't worth buying. So they
Mm-hmm.
definitely have to improve that. And like you said, Saturday's the big one against Fayetteville State. You plan on going to that game, I would definitely get there early, or you'll
I
be
won't be
outside.
there. I'm gonna
Or
be
you're gonna
at
be
work.
outside. Are you gonna be at work, bro?
I'm
Oh
gonna be at
man.
work. But that's why I said next week we in Trent. We in New
CE Trent.
next week.
CE Trent. We call it CE Trent.
CE Trent. See you red. It's gonna be nothing but red.
Yeah, so that's my birthday, so I plan to watch it on. I'm gonna watch it on the app. That'll be the one road game
Happy
I
early
buy.
birthday.
Thank you, bro. So yes, hopefully we take care of business at Claflin tonight and make it out of there safely without them wanting to fight, and we can focus on Saturday. So definitely looking forward to that Saturday. So let's move to our divisional round games. Now we'll start with the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Kansas City Chiefs. Vani, I didn't think Jacksonville was going to be here when they got down 27-0. And then the Chargers had an epic collapse and gave up a 27-0 lead. They let the Jaguars score right before halftime, and then Jacksonville slowly made their way back. And then we know the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. We know they're the number one seed. They're gonna
My
be hard to
homeboys.
beat. Yeah, they're it's a machine up in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so how do you see this one playing out? Will Jacksonville pull another rabbit out of their hat this week?
I don't see Jacksonville pulling another rabbit out the hat, man. They did their thing again. I called it too. I called this Saturday. I was like, hey, Jacksonville's about to get this upset. Other than the Dallas and Bucks game, I was perfect throughout the weekend, but throughout Super Wild Card weekend with my picks. But I just wasn't a believer in LA going into that game, man. I'm still not a believer in Brandon Staley, even though he still got his job. But
I don't know how.
yeah, I don't know how with that epic collapse, but nah, man, I just don't. You, it's got to be the Kansas City Chiefs has to literally miss on everything. Like Pat has to have a bad game. The running game can't hit. Wide receivers dropping everything. Travis Kelsey not doing nothing. Defense just laying down and letting them run. Man, this get Kansas City by at least 2 touchdowns for real.
Okay. Um, I they played earlier this regular season, and the Jacksonville Jaguars they had a lot of turnovers. And I will tell you this: if Trevor Lawrence has 4 turnovers in the first half, like he did Saturday, this game will be over at halftime. Because Patrick
Call the
Mahomes
curtains.
once Patrick Mahomes has you down, it's good night.
Exactly.
So. Uh, Although I think the Jaguars have the offense that can keep up with the Chiefs, I'm also going to take the Kansas City Chiefs because I want to see them and the Bills in a rematch.
Hmm.
We're going to talk about that game shortly. But Jacksonville, I think they're going to need to establish their run game with ETN. I would keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline because I would not want to try to get in a shootout with him. Because
Exactly.
I just don't think that would go well for them. But yeah, I just think Patrick Mahomes. I just think they're going to be on a mission coming off their bye week. I think they're going to be, ready to make a statement Saturday. Uh, and I don't know who's going to guard Kelsey for the Jaguars. And if you don't have nobody that can deal with him, you're in trouble. And they don't really generate a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So I
Hmm.
think Patrick Mahomes is going to be able to sit back there and, pick them apart. So
Do
I
his
have
thing. He
the
about to
Chiefs.
create another highlight tape.
Yeah, he usually does when he plays. That's why I enjoy watching Patrick Mahomes play because he does some things that you can't even imagine that he pulls off some of the throws he does. So let's talk about our night game Saturday. We got the New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Giants, this is a dangerous team. They're playing with a lot of
Hmm.
swagger. Brian Dayball, they finally have a coach, and we're seeing what happens when you have a real coach. And he's got this team with not a lot of talent, especially on offense outside of Saquon Barkley. Uh, they're doing some impressive things. Uh, Now going to Philly, where Philly has beat the Giants 9 straight times at Philadelphia. That's going to be a taller task than beating Kirk Cousins, who kind of
Hmm.
chokes under lights. Even though he played really well last week, I still don't understand why he threw that pass short on 4th down. I was like, "What are you doing, Kirk?"
4th and 8 for the 4th in the season, and you throw a check down to your tight end,
Yeah, out route.
and
Like that's not gonna work. I
like,
thought he was gonna.
bro, it is 4th in season, dude. What are you doing?
I thought he was gonna throw it up to Jefferson to see if he could make a play. That's what I would have done in that situation. But nonetheless, I have Philly winning this game. I think the Giants they'll keep it close. But Jalen Hurts and that offense, they're a machine. They really don't have no weaknesses on
Hmm.
offense. They're really balanced the way they can run and pass. I don't know who on the Giants is going to deal with AJ Brown. That's a grown man right there. He's gonna put
Exactly.
up he's gonna put up some numbers this week. And then on the other side, you got Devontae Smith. He's a problem too. And then you got Miles Sanders in the backfield. I guess my only concern would be how healthy is Jalen Hurts' shoulder. I know he's had the
Hmm.
extra rest, but hopefully it's close to 100% as possible. And
Yeah, and
Daniel
I know
Jones,
Siri.
go
I know
ahead.
Sirianni came out and said that he's feeling better than they say that he looks and feels better than he did 2 weeks ago.
That's
So
good.
we'll see. That's what they say. I mean,
Yeah, we'll see.
it could be a smoke screen. He get out there, that shoulder still jacked up.
Yeah, the Giants are gonna try to hit him in that shoulder, make sure it's working.
Hmm.
Daniel Jones, he's gonna have to play another perfect game like he did last week. I think last week was the best game I've seen Daniel Jones play, and we see they're gonna lean on their run game. Saquon's gonna get a lot of touches. I think Philly, they're a much different type of defense, and I think they'll be able to contain Saquon a lot better than Minnesota, who I don't think has a very good defense. They have some good pieces, but they don't have a good defense
Have a good
overall.
over. Yup, I can agree with that. Yeah, I definitely
So
do.
Bonnie, who do you have winning this night game Saturday?
Oh, that one I'm going Philly. Yeah, that's Philly.
Okay.
That's Philly. Yeah, and that's really now with this divisional round, man. It's got to be, it's got to be something drastic for it to be an upset with these teams, man. Like, because these teams, we got some slobber knockers now. We got some slobber knockers now. So
Okay, I feel you. Yeah, because like Philly, we've seen when they were rolling and they were on, how they put on the Giants a couple of weeks ago. But I think it'll be a much closer game for sure. Our Sunday games are going to be. We got two classics.
mhm.
First we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Buffalo Bills.
Finally,
Obviously, a couple weeks ago, this game was not able to be finished because of what happened to DeMar Hamlin on the field. And that was just one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life. Um,
yep.
Luckily, DeMar is at home resting. He's feeling much better. He's been released from the hospital. So I'm just, prayer works, man. And I'm just so glad that he's feeling better because that was just scary. I didn't know how that was going to play out. So definitely glad he's feeling better. Vani, how do you see this game playing out? We got two of the best quarterbacks in the league right here playing in this game.
This one, man, and we finally get to see this game that we were supposed to see, a couple nights ago. Was supposed to determine a lot for AFC
Playoff.
playoffs, fantasy playoffs.
Man,
I'm
don't get me
still
started.
hurting about that.
Don't get me started. Don't.
Still hurt about that. But anyways, man, no, I got this one, man, because I'm a Bengals hater. I got the Bills. At least I got the Bills by 3.
Okay.
I got the Bills by 3 in this one, man. And that's how that AFC championship wraps up. Just like how the NFL, excuse me, the WWE writers have it written. They wanted the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills in the Mercedes Superdome in Atlanta, Georgia.
Man, that's a beautiful place to have a AFC championship
Yeah,
game. I don't know if
that
you ever
that is
been to
though.
that. Man, whew,
Yeah, nah, that's they got the perfect spot. Like they got the perfect spot for that game.
they do. Whew, I was tossing and turning all week with this pick because Joe Burrow, he's different, man. He
Joe
has
Burr,
something
yeah.
special. He has something
Hmm.
special in him. But the Bengals are really banged up on defense, especially in their secondary. Uh,
Hmm.
and I think the Buffalo Bills have a better defense. Now, granted, the Cincinnati Bengals probably have the greatest trio of receivers in the NFL, and that's going to be a handful for Buffalo to deal with. And I noticed something last week. Buffalo, they gave up a lot of sacks on Josh Allen last week. Now, I don't think the Bengals have the same type of front seven that can get that type of pressure on Josh Allen, but that was concerning to see he got sacked 7 times, had
Yeah.
lost a couple fumbles. He had some horrible picks. He can't do that against Joe Burrow because that's gonna be ball game if he does that against Joe Burrow. Um, but I really want the Bills to win this game because I want to see Mahomes and Josh Allen again because it's fireworks every time they play.
Every
So
time.
I'm hoping that Josh Allen can limit his silly turnovers, uh, and I'm hoping that we get an all-time classic. I think last team with the ball may win this game because Joe Burrow and Josh Allen are about to put up some numbers in this game. Uh,
Literally.
so whoever has the ball last probably is going to win this game. And something to think about: the new overtime rules. Both teams will get the ball
Hmm.
regardless of if the first team scores a touchdown.
Yup.
That came into fruition because of what happened in the Kansas City and Buffalo game last year. Because that was just a classic. Um, and I hate Buffalo didn't get a chance after Kansas City did what they did. But I'm taking Josh Allen and the Bills. I'm hoping they can win this for tomorrow, and I just want to see them face off with Patrick Mahomes again. I think that would be just phenomenal.
Yep. And it
Um,
just sucks too that they lost, that they did lose Von Miller. It'd have been that they
oh,
really got Von Miller for this, for this stretch.
situation, yes, he's a
Yeah,
closer.
for exactly for this stretch of games, man. So that does suck. But I do hope they get Micah Hyde back, so because I know that'll help
That'd
out
be
this
huge.
boost this. Yeah, that'll be
They
huge for
need
the
somebody to deal with
secondary.
Chase. They need somebody to deal with
Hmm.
Chase. That's a man right
Yeah,
there.
no.
And that it's a good thing they don't have Von Miller because Joe Burrow has lost a lineman every week the last couple of weeks. So if they have Von Miller, Joe Burrow may be in trouble.
It would have been over.
Yeah. So to close out the show, we got one more game to talk about. It's the big one. This was probably one of the greatest rivalries in the NFL during the '90s. It's not as big of a rivalry now. But we got the Dallas Cowboys at the San Francisco 49ers. Vani, how do you see this one playing out?
Hey, man. Them San Francisco 49ers is about to break y'all down, put y'all in a little paper, roll y'all up, and light y'all and smoke y'all. Because it's curtains for the Dallas Cowboys, baby. It has been a fun ride, but it is curtains for y'all, baby. Okay, we are going to see y'all right off in the sunset, and y'all are going to have some decisions to make this off season because it's coming to an end early, just like the rest of us. Them San Francisco 49ers, Brock Purdy and the crew, Nick Bosa and the crew. It's going to be Philly and San Fran in that NFC Championship, baby.
Man, I'm probably going against my better judgment with my pick. Like I said, I didn't wear my Cowboy jersey on the show. I know you can't see it because of how awful Zoom is. It will not let me show you that I'm wearing a Micah Parsons jersey, and that's why I'm picking the Cowboys. Because he was a grown man Monday night against Tom Brady. Now San Francisco is going to be a whole different animal. Now that's a machine that they got down there in Santa Clara. On offense, Brock Purdy, Kyle Shanahan can call a game now. We're going. It's going to be hard slowing down that
You
running.
literally can't be put in a better situation. Like you have a stout O line, you have two phenomenal running backs, you got a stud tight end, Ayuk, Debo, Jennings. Like, how can the offense like come on? Come on.
It's heaven. I mean, it's a quarterback friendly offense.
It is literally like
I have no idea who's going to deal with Christian McCaffrey because that's a problem right there. The biggest thing I would say for the Cowboys Sunday, they have to tackle. They have to eliminate the 49ers' big splash plays because they thrive off of that. Now, I did watch their game Saturday in case we did beat Tom Brady. I was a little nervous. I thought I was going to be wearing shades today. I thought I was going to be very sad. I wasn't sure how this was going to go Monday night. But we put it on Tom Brady. But yes, Debo Samuel, you have to gang tackle him because he will take a little 5-yard, little curl route and he will hit his head on the goalpost.
And he did it on Saturday.
Yes. And speaking of Saturday, I thought the Seahawks were about to pull an upset. And then Geno had a turnover. And then the 49ers stepped on the gas, outscored them 25-6 after that turnover. So we're gonna have to make sure Dak plays another phenomenal game because the game he played Monday was the best game I've ever seen him play. It was flawless. No turnovers, 5 total touchdowns. It was just perfect. We're gonna have to protect Dak. I think that's the biggest key.
What?
Along with tackling, making sure we tackle. Along with tackling, we have to make sure we protect Dak because the 49ers have a ferocious front seven. It's no joke. But their back end, I think, is very vulnerable. I noticed that.
The secondary is vulnerable. Yes, the secondary. Other than my fault. I don't mean to cut you off. Other than what's to Jesus, I don't know how to say the man's last. Their version of Troy Polamalu.
Yes, I don't know.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I don't know how to say his name, but I know
I don't know how to say that man's name, but their version of Troy Polamalu, like other than him, and then them losing Mosley. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jimmy Ward is back there too, but still like they still enter Travius Ward to it's still questionable. It's still very questionable at times. So like the secondary is definitely like because Jarrett Stidham, you know, he picked that secondary apart. Stidham was out there looking good, man. Stidham was out there but but the Raiders and the Chiefs, the only two teams this season that was able to do that to San Fran, excuse me. So
Yeah.
San Fran's legit. Like you said, that was the best game I have seen Dak play in his 7 years. Been in 7 years.
7.
In his 7 years. So can he do it again?
I hope so.
One of my just a quick point too, before we wrap it up. My roommate said he thinks that first my coworker said he thinks Dak's ceiling, he's reached the ceiling, and then to piggyback off of that, my roommate was like, I think Dak might have actually reached the ceiling just in his offense. He might just need to be somewhere else. So I was like, those are two good points. So yeah.
I hope not. I love Dak being my quarterback. I say a lot of crazy stuff on Twitter behind my quarterback, but I ride for Dak Prescott.
That's my quarterback.
And yes, I love that TOGF. And really quickly, I think the Cowboys are going to have to put pressure on Brock Purdy. I haven't seen nobody really, heat him up. He is still a rookie, so I think Michael Parsons is going to need to play a game just like he did Monday night. Our defensive line, they really disrupted the game. Tom Brady was getting frustrated. He was doing things that Tom Brady doesn't do. So they're going to have to get pressure on Tom Brady because that's vital, because I don't trust our secondary at all. Trayvon Diggs was frustrating me because he was not locked in Monday night. I don't know what was on his mind, but it wasn't football because he was just lackadaisical. So I'm going to need him to be locked in.
He might just get cooked, bro.
And then my Mitchells will be on fire if he gets cooked. So
he might just get cooked.
But I hope my Cowboys can make their first NFC Championship game since 1995. I want to be alive for a Cowboys NFC Championship game. I want to be able to say that. So I'm hoping
that. You can't say that with a straight face.
I want to be alive for it. I mean, the thing about the playoffs is you don't know when you're going to be back in this situation. So when you have a chance to do something special, so why not take advantage? We have no Brady, no Aaron Rodgers. It's not going to be many playoffs without Brady or Aaron Rodgers in the NFC. So, man, why not try to make a run, man?
Well, guess what? You got a Purdy and a Hurts to worry about.
I like our chances. I like our chances to do something special, man. I really do. If our defense plays like they did Monday night, obviously the 49ers offense compared to the Bucs offense is night and day. It's like a JV offense. It's like a JV offense versus a varsity offense.
That's a fact.
But I'm confident. So we shall see. Vani, my brother, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, brother, to be on the show, man. I'm so glad we were able to get this in this week. I know we were supposed to do it last week, but our schedules just didn't align. So I'm glad we were able to get it in this week, brother.
Divisional, we could do one. Divisional, let's do one before Super Bowl, baby.
So conference championship, you want to do it? You can be back on next week. You want to?
No. I'm saying the week of Super Bowl.
Oh, you want to do the Super Bowl show? You want to?
Yeah. Let me hop on the Super Bowl. Let me pop in for a quick appearance for the Super Bowl show. Quick, pop in, pop out.
Okay, we can definitely work on that. That'd be, I think, the 13th of February. I think it'd be something like that.
Because it's the 12th. Yeah, Super Bowl's the 12th.
I think it's the 12th because Magnum PI comes on that next Sunday. I'm so excited about that.
It does.
It's the 12th. It's the 12th. So we definitely can make that happen, brother.
We got to do it. We got to do a Bel Air show too. Season 2 coming back.
Oh, the 23rd. I can't wait for that. I'm like, why is it taking so long? But I know it's gonna be good. So I think instead of doing it at the halfway point, I think we'll wait till the end of season 2 and then do a show instead of doing 2 shows. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, man. I can't wait for February 23rd, man. So thank you again, brother, and you take care, man.
Yes, sir. Holla at you, bro.
Tapping in.